All right, hello everybody. I am construction electrician third class, or petty officer third class, Blaine Madison. I am a proud United States Navy Beachmaster and Seabee veteran. I've been thinking a lot over the past couple of years about what my calling is in life. And at one time people were saying maybe you should be a preacher, or maybe you should do that. And I think in life people have multiple callings that they have. And I think because of the things going on with a relative of mine in the city of Norfolk, that she's been fighting for 20 years, and also something going on with me involving my son and his well-being, not too far from City Hall here in Virginia Beach, down there at the Juvenile Domestic Relation Court in Virginia Beach, dealing with a Judge Tower, whom I believe is possibly violating my Fifth Amendment and also possibly violating my 14th Amendment constitutional rights. It is time for a change. Now, I know many of you don't agree with me politically, and that is fine, but I think my calling in life is for public elected office, so I can get into the system and change the system from within. It's all well and good and fine to be outside of the system and protesting, as we have the right to do that, but it's time for a revolution, not only here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, the city of Virginia Beach, and also my hometown, Norfolk, but all around our nation and U.S. territories. It's time for government to actually serve we the people. It's time for government to actually be of the people, for the people, and by the people. It is ridiculous that when you come to City Hall for a service or to pay a bill that you're required to pay, such as taxes, that it takes so long. It is ridiculous that when you're dealing with the authorities, that police often treat not only minorities, but even the majorities with disrespect. These are citizens, people. The government forgets that it's supposed to work for the people. And while I would pray to God that change comes from within and without, as far as making government better for all people, I think Thomas Jefferson and other founding fathers wrote about the fact that at some point we the people actually have the constitutional right, if necessary, to take up arms, if necessary, and God forbid on that one, to defend ourselves against tyranny. Now, have we gotten to that point yet? That's something that the citizenry as a whole will have to decide. But it bothers me as a veteran who swore to defend our constitutional republic, because we do not live in a democracy. We live in a constitutional republic, and it's time for people to not be ignorant and learn what that is. And while our founding fathers who owned slaves were not perfect, they had an extremely good idea, the best idea that mankind has ever had for a government. But the problem is that very same freedom that we have for the way that our government works, our constitutional republic works, people who have evil intent and people who have greed to get up in there can destroy what it was intended to be. Again, our founding fathers were not perfect, but their basic premise was probably the most perfect thing that mankind has come up with. Our nation has done many great things around the world. I was in Operation Restore Hope in Somalia while we were feeding people there. People there were being fed. Now, on the one hand, yes, I know Somalia we might have had something to do with causing the problem, but while I was there, we were feeding people in Somalia, trying to help them out the time when I was there. Government should be of the people, for the people, and by the people. That is what the founding fathers were trying to do. And I think it is my calling in life that over the next couple of years, while I work on some personal things, so as I am not an embarrassment to the city, to the state, or to the federal government for personal issues, while I try to improve myself, that I seriously will start looking more into getting into an elected office, even becoming a mayor, maybe of the city of Virginia Beach, moving back to Norfolk, mayor of the city of Norfolk, governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and possibly eventually a senator, congressman, or even president of the United States. I think that's what it is I need to do, because something has to change. And God forbid, while again Thomas Jefferson and others have spoke about armed uprising against tyrannical government, I would prefer that that not happen. So again, I'm construction electrician 3rd class Blaine Madison. I'm a proud United States Navy veteran. Have a good night.